Oh. Am I getting noise gated? I cannot tell. Hi guys. Hopefully you can actually hear me. I think the mic just had to get used to my stuff. We're back. Hello, hello. You can hear. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Thank you, Betsy, for being my tech support. Uh, cool. Hi, guys. We have an EP special guest. The one and only. Hi. You ready to just chill out for a little bit? He's very happy. I got him this bed for his 3rd birthday. He's a very big fan. So, we will hopefully have him for most of stream if he decides to behave. We shall see. How goes, everyone? It's been a day. I spent most of my day working and then doing Pokemon Go stuff. So, I'm just chilling. Still recovering from 2 things. My dentist appointment did not end up being today, so I'm not as bad as I could be, but I am still very sore. But and according to Twitch, it is my affiliate anniversary. I do not know which anniversary it is. Like how many years it's been, but it has apparently been a number of years since I got affiliate, which is pretty cool. Kind of poggers, I think. Not really gonna do anything too much to celebrate, but thought it'd be cool. And it's cool that I'm still here. Yippee. 5 years. Good God. Oh, that would have been August of 2020. That's a hell of a time. Good God. That was like smack dab start of the pandemic. That is insane to me. So, numbers are rough and scary. My word. Oh. Not too much planned for today. Just more fossil resets and chilling. Chatting with you guys. Just hanging out for a little bit. Having some good old conversation. Should be a good time. I've got my water with me. I'm ready to chug. I unfortunately don't think I have the piss glasses with me, or the thing enabled, but I can still do sippies, so that is good enough for me. Yippee! Isn't that right? He's watching so intently. My word. So that is our boy. We have a boy. I did also add some little goobers to the layout. I thought let me scoot him over here. This is the guy we're looking for. This one isn't shiny. He's just normal. But I took the Rumble model and spun it around, and I thought it looked funny. We've got plenty of little goobers to sit around on the layout. Ooh, that's the chat. Don't need to move that. Yippee! So we're just gonna... I did adjust the lighting a little. Oh, hell yeah. Perfect, thank you. Lighting is a little butts. Adjust it ever so slightly, but not too much. Good God. No. Yeah. That's fine. You don't really need to see the bottom screen for it anyway. Now, we will make do with what we got. Cool. So for anyone that wasn't here, hi Megan. Essentially all we're doing is just getting some fossils in Diamond and Pearl. And, well, if I press the right buttons, trying to get a shiny. In these games, it is 1 in 8192 to get a shiny for every fossil we get. So I have 5 fossils in each game, and I revive each of them. There we've got 1. Now I can get a second. And I unfortunately have to run outside and back inside in between each one. Makes it a little tedious. And rinse and repeat until we fill up our party. And we can check and see if we got a shiny. And keep going from there. Yippee! Should just be a nice chill stream where I decimate my back. Should be a good time. Right now, I think I've got 2 more until I do a reset. I wish I had gotten a better quality webcam for this camera. But oh well. It'll hopefully be okay. This should be the last one for this set. And then we can check our boys. Sheldon has a 1 in... It's like an 87% chance of being male. Don't quote me on it. I think it's around that. So, okay. That's all of our guys. Now, we can go into our Pokemons and check all the guys we just got. Both boys, both boys, both boys. Not a single woman in this reset. Good lord. I think the most we got yesterday was 3 females in 1 set of resets. That is wild. All male. Not super rare, but still impressive. And yeah, essentially we just rinse and repeat until one of them looks more blue than the others. And we keep going from there. And this is part of Fossil Week, which is a shiny hunting community event run by Quick Panic and Tales of Taylor. It is essentially just go for any fossils you want in any of the games you got. Try and get a shiny over the course of a week. And so I've been doing this for more or less the whole week. I've not been hardcore grinding it because I've still got a lot of work going on at the same time, but it's been chill. It's just a fun little thing to do when I got some downtime. It's just whip the DS open and revive some boys and hope one of them is blue. And then I get to come on here and play DS piano. Damn. It really flex my pinkies. See how strong my fingies are. some point I'll find a better way to do this without murdering my back. Scooch a little closer. It's a little better. I accidentally renamed him. Oops. It's bumping this boy too. Yes, I would like to extract a boy. But yeah, yesterday it was more or less a big conversation about art and stuff. It was very deep, very quickly, but it was fun. It was a good time. But hopefully today will be slightly more chill. Not that yesterday wasn't fun, but my god, did I feel utterly wiped. Which also could have something to do with the fact that I haven't streamed in 3 years. But, yeah. That could definitely also be it. But for now, I'm just here to chill. Here we have our second group of boys to check. Let's see how many females we get this time. 1 female right off the bat. For anyone that doesn't know, you can tell if they're male or female by if that's the boy or girl thingy. 1 female so far. Only 1 that time. Man. No shinies either. Double check so that I'm not resetting over it. Nope. And also another visual indicator is a shiny will have a little red star, like right in the bottom corners over there. So that is also what I'm looking for. Only 1 girl, but girls are back for a limited time. Thank you, females. So now, I reset. And we go again. It's a good 10 resets so far. You are limited edition. You don't always get a women, but you do sometimes, and that is enough. Sometimes it's more than enough. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum. How have you been, Betsy? How are you holding up? So ready for 3-day weekend? I completely forgot that it was a 3-day weekend. Oops. That is pretty hype. Shows how much I pay attention to the time. Yeah, my thoughts exactly. It's like, oh. I assume it's Labor Day or something on Monday. I seem to remember seeing murmurs about that, even though that doesn't feel like it's the right season for it. Labor Day. Okay, cool. Us funky Americans and our funny holidays. Yeah, thankfully my work schedule has been super flex, and I've been taking some time off with all of my dental work. Went into work today, though. Just because I didn't have the dental work that I thought was going on done. So I'm not as tied into all of the, like, normal people work hours. Yeah, you have a 2-year-old to worry about. You are all good. Yeah, I have no excuse other than my son. And even that is not a good one. I should be able to pay attention to what time and dates are. But in my defense, it doesn't really impact me, because I was probably going to take that day off anyway. So it's fine. Oh, and then I have my dentist appointment the day after that. That's fun. That'll be a good time. I think that's... Is that a full party? No, one more. I don't know where I screwed up, but I screwed up somewhere. It's hard to get in the flow of this and talk at the same time, but that is part of the appeal, I think. But yeah, I feel you with the brain being mush. There's just been so much going on lately. All my weekends are 3-day weekends? Hell yeah. I think technically mine are too. No, yeah. Yeah, they are. Because I work in the galleries on Fridays. So I don't do Friday work anyway. I guess that's still work, but most of the time I don't treat it as work. So, whatever counts, counts. No women. One women. And another women. We got 2. We only got 2 this reset. That's close to our max, though. Or our personal best. 2 women in 1 reset. Both on the same cartridge, too. Let me actually look it up real quick so I'm not citing fake facts. Also, I'm sorry if I'm blinding people with the second light that I got. Shield on. 87.5% male. So 12% times 5 is, I think, what that math would be. Or no, that would be to the 5th power. What is the math of that? 0.5% to the power of 5. To get all females, the odds of that is 0.63%. Less than a 1% chance of getting all females on one set of resets. I would love to see that happen. Almost more than I'd like to see a shiny. I think that would be a lot of fun. Because finding the females has kind of become the mini game on the way to trying to find a shiny, and I think that's funny. But also percentage math is hard, so I could just be completely wrong. Yeah, so today, let's see, what did I do? I did work. I worked on some commission stuff. At some point, I'd kind of like to do some of that on stream, but I'm so bad at doing things when being perceived and trying to have conversations while I'm working on stuff. Clearly, as evidenced by literally right now. I don't know if I would do well doing that, so I went out for... So I've been in the clutches of Pokemon Go lately, just because it's been fun, and it's gotten me to go on more walks, so it's been nice. I went out and did Necrozma Raid Day. That was fun. Got myself a shiny and a 98% one. So I'm pretty happy, and I got enough stuff to power up my existing hundo. So that was exciting. It's been nice getting out and going and seeing people that also like the funny little creatures I like. Although my one complaint is that a fair number of them, while they do enjoy Pokemon Go, are also card scalpers, or at the very least are like in the cards for the money and talk about it often. Hi Rory, thank you. I did not realize it was my anniversary until opening OBS today. So it was like, huh. It's been 5 years, allegedly, since I started being affiliate and being able to get money from Twitch. So that's exciting and also kind of terrifying because that's August of 2020, which is 5 billion years ago. It feels like 700 entire lifetimes. It is a baffling thing. I think that is another full set. Yeah, 2020 sure was a time. I remember the days of just spending literally days just sitting in VC with you, Griffin the gang. Wow, all males. Good lord. Just literally spending entire days playing Bug Snacks when that first came out. I remember that was a big thing. Watching wrestling matches. Living on the cord. 15 quadrillion years ago. And now here we are. Napping a lot. Yeah. Exactly. A lot of naps. I remember quite a few old napping channels that were created just for the sole purpose of, hey, I've been in VC for like 5 hours and did not realize I fell asleep in my chair. Because that was when I was in college, like the tail end of college, and my desk was in the same room as my bed. Which, pro tip, not a good idea for work-life balance and or productivity. Just don't do it. It's not worth it. As fun as it sounds to have a computer in the same room you sleep, don't do it. Keep that stuff out of there. It is a nightmare for trying to maintain sanity. There's, I think the Wraith Discord still somewhere in the meetings channels has a napping channel for me. For like, when I used to fall asleep in meetings for Collapsus stuff, and it was not pretty. And that was while I was still an intern. And that was a time. You know, yeah, I remember I remember you and Autumn's computers being in your bedroom. And it was, I don't know if it was also like right next to your kitchen, but I remember you guys getting sloshed in a lot of that. It is pretty. Oftentimes I would just fall asleep like not often during like meetings, but usually if it's like, hey, let's work in parallel for like a few hours since we're both here, and I would just fall asleep, and it'd be like, okay, Chris is asleep, time to drag him into the nap time chat so we don't have to listen to him snore. Because that was when I snored before I got the CPAP and realized I have sleep apnea, and I sounded like a freight train. It was, yeah, Autumn hooking up the TV to the, yeah. It was a time. It was a different era. I remember a lot of time spent with stuff hooked up to my TV, because one of my monitors was literally the TV I have in my bedroom right now. It's just a little shitty, cheapo one that I got. I don't even remember where I got it. I think it was a freebie from someone. And I just had it hooked up to my computer, and I would just pop the Discord call on the TV, sit on my bed, and just lay back and chat with people. And that was, honestly, that was, outside of the, like, not really being able to do school, that was probably the best part of college, is not having to spend so much money on transiting to school. As I did not have a car, still do not have a car, so I would bus there every morning. And so when COVID started, I got one woman, two women, oh, two whole women. I got to save a whole, I think 50 cents. I think 50 cents? I forget how much it was for a pass with a transfer. With a student pass. Because they didn't have the student pass the whole time. For the buses to go to downtown and then to college. Which was a major bummer. But very happy that I did not have to spend as much money. Because a lot of times, I would just stay on campus overnight and sleep in, like, a studio. Like the sculpture studio couch. The sculpture studio had a couch that I would literally just sleep on for, like, days and days at a time to avoid having to make my way all the way home and have to worry about getting up in time for my classes. It's like, hey, I can just sleep here and be here in the morning already. It's like, well, where's the downside in that? And I never got yelled at, so there's no downside. I face no consequences, therefore it is ideal. So I was very happy when COVID started, and I didn't have to spend, like, $15 a week trying to get to school. Which, like, in the grand scheme of things, compared to, like, all the students that have to, like, transit and stuff, isn't horrible. But, like, for me, who was working at an art gallery, making literal less than minimum wage off of, college co-op internships, that was a lot. Oh boy. But yeah, I for one, outside of the learning I didn't get to do because of COVID and all of the definitely remote learning that I definitely ended up doing, it wasn't the worst for me specifically. And then I started streaming and making cartoons, and it was a whole thing. And then 5 years went by somehow. Don't know how the hell that happened. Because I've been here in this apartment for 3 years of that, which is roughly when I stopped streaming. There's a good 2-year gap in there where I just didn't stream at all. But still, it's interesting to see. Yeah, the small of short. Doing all of that stuff, I don't know why I just can't do any of it anymore. Breaks are good sometimes. I've been on the VTuber and commission grind for the last who knows how long, and it has worked out okay for me, but also I can feel the burnout setting in. Like, I'm not burnout yet. I'm still chugging along, but I can feel where it's starting to come in a little bit more than I would like. There we go. Oh! I think that's the first time I've had both girls. Hell yeah. No shinies, though. But 2 girls. Wow. You love to see it. Yeah, no, that was an insane period of my life. Oh, boy is adjusting. That was a spicy leggy. He's full donut mode right now. He's very cute. Here, just so people can get what they want. There he is. Full donut. Gotta have the Nago. Gotta have the content. He is very baby. Perhaps too baby for his own good. How have your babies been, Rory? How are Artemis holding up? Your little stinkers. Because I unfortunately did uninstall Snapchat, so I do not... I get text for your pictures, but I don't think I've looked at them in a very long time. Artemis is good. She is a menace, as is to be expected. This is to be expected, because, frankly, you getting Artemis pictures was the only reason I still had Snapchat. And at some point, I think I just kind of was like, I love getting pictures of Artemis, but I don't know if Artemis is worth having an entire app for. But yeah, it could be good. We love Artemis in this household. But I do still get texts whenever you send a picture. I think Snapchat texts me and it's like, hey, Rory has sent you a picture, you should open it. It's like, okay, I will at some point. Before I uninstalled it, I like to stack them up and just like keep a whole bunch in there. And whenever I was having a real down day, I would just open them all at once and just be like, oh, here's so many pictures of Artemis, I'm a little bit happier now. And then continue with my day and let them just build up again. Did I deposit a fossil? Okay, I did. Getting extra large round. Oh, yeah. Oh, poor baby. Well, what you gotta do now is you gotta step in and take the role and chase her around a lot more. Scrappy little dog. Oh, Lord. Trying to think of Artemis chasing around a scrappy little dog is a very funny image, but I don't know if she'd be able to handle all that. I think you just gotta do it yourself. Chase the cat around. Become the worst enemy. It'll be very funny, and it'll always be worth it. I know that's what I do with Nago. Because I also worry that Nago's getting... He's not fat, but he does get very lethargic over time. And like I can tell... I play with him as much as I can, but with how much I'm out of the house, I can tell it's kind of... not weighing on him, but like... you can tell he wants to play a lot more than he does. So I've considered in the very, very teensiest back of my head... just a teensy-weensy little bit. Oh, only one girl this time. Damn. We could trick her from running back and forth. Hey, if it works, it works. Girl. Only one girl this time. I've considered... because my partner has 2 cats. And... when I go to visit them, I don't know how long it's going to be, and I'm considering... I don't know if I'd be able to afford it, but maybe taking Nago with me and just making it a long trip. But one, I don't know how their current cats would interact with Nago, because Nago has interacted with other cats a couple times, and it's not been the greatest. And also, I don't know how he would handle flying, because he's been in the elevator a couple times and freaked the hell out. So, I don't know. With good times. Ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. 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 Bum 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 bum. The cat's integrated if we go over this. Yeah. Yeah, every cat is different. Because, like, the most exploring I think Nago does is whenever I come by with the bike to drop groceries off after getting groceries, I'll prop the door open so that I can run stuff in and out quicker, and Naga will just kind of run around and sniff stuff in the hallway for like 5-10 minutes. And it's like, okay, I've gotten my fill, and then when I finish, I'll like come towards him, and he's like, okay, I'm done. I'll go inside now. Took us 6 months before I could really let art. Yeah. Yeah, that tracks. But like, I think that kind of enrichment is definitely worth it in the end, in the long run. Like having someone to literally bounce off of sometimes, depending on how energetic they are, can really help. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, sometimes you just need another creature. Just like me, for real, for real. Sometimes I just need another creature. Parallel play is important. Always more creature. I think that's, yep. That's full up. We got another set. We got one female. But there's our female. No shiny. No shinies. Ba-da-da-da-da. Bum, bum, bum. Happy on that. A lot of that's, yeah. Yeah, that is the concern, because like with flying, it's a long distance to have to try and sedate, especially a meaty boy like him. This would be going all the way across the pond, and I don't know how well he would do with something that long, but it's a consideration. Something to think about. Other than that, Naga's been good. He's just a good little bean. He just spends most of his time sleeping and playing with me when he can. We still like to play fetch, still play on the floor. Recently we've been doing a form of, he's very talented. I'll just kind of scoot him around like a hockey puck. That's been a lot of fun. That's just been in the last couple days. It's a very, very recent thing. I'm still not entirely sure if he likes it or just tolerates it, but we're figuring it out. Always something new. Still very big into butt pats. And yeah, he's just baby. Oh, that is a full part. Let's just check. Oh wait. One girl. Only one girl. Damn. Still on this cartridge too. Wild. And still no shiny. I expressed this controversial take yesterday. And I'll stand by it. As much as I understand people that want to do it, I don't like keeping a counter on my shiny hunts. I feel like it makes me stress out about odds a lot more. Like I hunted for Celesteela for like probably half a year. I guarantee you I didn't get anywhere near odds, or like maybe a little over odds, because I was just doing like a handful of resets in whatever free time I had. Yeah, exactly. I especially am so bad at keeping track of if I've counted something. Of like, oh god, I have to be so conscious of what I'm doing, and that's not something I can do while I'm trying to look for different colored pixelated pocket monsters. I kept track for a single hunt along this route, and it was because the hunt itself was so mind-numbing that it's like, I might as well give myself something to do. But knowing that I'm near odds, also, yeah, it just makes me want to give up. But I understand people that want it, and people that find value in knowing what their odds and chances are. It just ain't for me. But I understand it. I much prefer to let the experience speak for itself. Speaking of painful hunts, Galarian Meowth. That hunt sucks. I hunted that, well, it was part infuriating, part utterly, yeah, you're Gremlin baby. You're Gremlin and baby, and I have some beef. Because I hunted it in Sword and Shield in, like, I think it's Route 4 where that you find it. The big, like, autumny grassy patch where it just runs around, where there's, like, Pikachus and Electrikes and stuff. I hunted for that thing in that grass patch for, I think, probably close to 2 months. Just running around trying to find it. Full odds. Might as well. I finally find it. Or no, before I find it, I get fed up, and I'm like, this can't be, I've got to be over odds, I'm frustrated, I'm gonna start hatching some eggs for it, do some Masuda hunting, might as well. Because at this point, I'm fed up, and I just want it. I want to see the golden cat. And so I start hunting for Masuda in Scarlet and Violet, just hatching eggs. And I don't find it. I go back to Sword and Shield for a little bit. I find it almost immediately. And I'm so relieved. It's because it's been like 3 months. And then I go back to Scarlet and Violet to hatch the rest of the eggs. This is like a week or 2 later, just because I needed time to cool down. I hatch the rest of the eggs, and I get 2 more. And it's like, okay, now that I don't need you, now you're gonna show up. And I'm furious, and I want them to go away. But it is a very good shiny, so I did not make it go away. But yes, I have both a Glaring Mouth and a Berserker in my boxes, as well as one extra, I think, somewhere in there. But, yeah, that was one of the experiences of my life. Yeah, exactly. That was literally me. That's me half the time, honestly. Because I think the longest hunt of this entire trying to get a Steel Shiny Dex was Celesteela. I was just doing... I think I had Shiny Charm, which made it like 1 in 1,300 something. But I was at it for probably a good like 3/4 of a year, just in my free time, resetting to see if Celesteela was shiny, and it was at the point where I started double hunting it. I pulled out my second DS, got a digital copy, a very real digital copy of Ultramoon, copied my save from my original cartridge over to it, and started hunting it double, because I have 2 3DSs because I'm just that cool. Just to get more encounters in over time and hopefully get lucky. And the moment I do that, I think it was it the day I got COVID? It was either the day I got COVID or like a couple days, or like a day before. Or I don't know if it was COVID. I think I just got really, really sick. And it was like, oh god, I just want this fucking hunt over. I want my body to explode. And I finally got it. And I was so goddamn relieved. And I legit felt like that picture of the guy mining diamonds. And it's like, guys, never quit up. You're always one hit before you get it. I promise. You can always do it. But yes, that you never know until you know. That is the epitome of shiny hunting. That is just how it works. For instance, I'm gonna get a shiny in this set of 10. And I will not know that until I know that. And then when this gets clipped later, and it turns out I had 6 shinies in this set of 10, it'll be crazy. It'll be really, really cool. And I'll be so popular. Blech. I'm also just now realizing I did not get much sleep last night. So I'll probably go until like, probably another hour or so. Call it good and even. But yeah, we're just vibing. We're just vibing. Let's see, what other fun stories do I have of my hunts? I am tempted to do, I talked about this last night, but I'm tempted to do like a full video once I've completed the living decks, going through like some highlights. That's like, I watch a lot of shiny hunting content, like a lot of shiny hunting content, which is how I learned about Fossil Week. But like, I think it would be kind of fun. I wouldn't be able to do like a lot of the videos I watch is like, here's some streaming highlights, this is some funny moments, and also we found a shiny, whoa! I don't really have anything like that. This would be more of a Hey, this is what my experience over like a year and some change of being around the shiny hunting community and trying to do it on my own, and what that kind of experience is like, and it's pretty good. Hi, Chris. Yes, we Pokemoning. Excuse me. This would be more of a video essay type thing as opposed to like any sort of funny short. It'll probably still have funny bits, but like it's a thought of something I want to do once my journey is finally over. So I'm still sitting at one left. And eventually it will be done. And I would like to have a story to tell people. Because I think that would be cool. One day. It would be neat. Resuscitate my long dormant YouTube channel that I have lost monetization privileges for. It's fine. I don't think I've gotten money from YouTube in who knows how long. One woman, two women, three women? Only 3 women, but that's 3 women. Hell yeah. 3 women's in one. Welcome back, women. We are so back. Yeah, no, if you go... I don't know what the specific... there's some timing to it of, like, if you don't upload in X amount of time and make X amount of views, you're kicked off of the monetization affiliate program or whatever. And I lapsed that long ago. Just because all the stuff I was doing was shorts. I didn't really have anything to upload to YouTube. And so I cannot make money off of YouTube. I think I got, over the course of my time doing YouTube stuff, I think I made like $200. Just like ain't nothing to sneeze at, but that's like 2.5 years worth of working on stuff while being in college. It's numbers on that ain't great, but it was cool while it was a thing that I could do. Something I'm glad I did, but if I got pulled back into it, I don't know that I would. YouTube is indeed a cheapskate. Unfortunately. At this point, I'm just in it for the love of the game. I got plenty of ways to make money in other avenues. Yeah, I do have a whole YouTube channel full of very big numbers that I can point at and be like, this is the stuff I can do. But honestly, a lot of that stuff is so old that it's like I'm reevaluating how proud of it I am. Cause like Katamari short, I'm 100% still proud of that. That's still my baby. But like, no shade to Autumn, but I don't think the Resident Evil 4 cartoon I did in a rush for Halloween was the best that it could be. That was an experience. But yeah, it's the eternal artist thing of like looking back at anything you've done and being like, I don't know about this. I feel like I could have gone better here and here and here and here and here. And actually I hate it, I think, now. So it's just that eternal thing. If I could remake it but better, if I had the time and resources to dedicate to doing an entire animated thing, I would love to do that. Unfortunately, the realities of freelance life means that anytime I'm not doing commission work is unfortunately time mostly lost. Which is more or less why I haven't been doing as much art for the social medias lately. Because I don't think outside of posting some of my commission work, I've not really had a whole lot to post outside of doodles, memes, and stuff that I can whip out super quick. Because I'm absolutely still honing my craft. I'm learning how to do things a lot better. Like, I look back at even models I made at like the beginning of the year, and I'm like, I don't know why I did it like that. I could do it better if I tried right now. Just because that's the process of learning. But like, in a sense, I don't want to be stuck eternally doing the things that I've already done. Like, I think, to an extent, I gotta be happy with the stuff I made, and just kind of leave it there. If I think of some reason that I'd want to do another Resident Evil 4 thing, yeah. If something like that pops into my brain, and I've got a cool idea for it, hell yeah, more power to me. But I think being able to leave some of that stuff in the past is for the best. Because, my god, some of that stuff. Like, trying to think of good examples. Some of the early 3D stuff I did before it was like, oh, low poly is a lot of fun. And I was like trying to do high poly environment stuff. Just because that's what all of the games people and tutorials and stuff were doing. It's like, clearly I don't want to do stuff like this. Like, you could tell in the art itself. It is always fun to go back and look at those things, but it's cringe-inducing a lot of times. Hi, Kevin. That's me, I'm Quaybert. Hi, I'm playing DS piano again. How you doing, buddy? How goes it? I think I just walked out when I didn't need to. I got distracted by Kevin. Kevin, how dare you? Can you rant? You can absolutely rant. What do you got? What do you got to rant about, bud? Hopefully it's not about me being a bad friend. And being the worst person you've ever talked to. What's up, buddy? Solid 6 out of 10. I think I agree. I like a lot of the ideas that it had, and the music has been stuck in my head more often than not, but I think it wasn't given enough room to breathe. I think it kind of brushed through a lot of stuff that I wish would have been expounded on, and hopefully they get to do that. Yeah, I would say like a 7 or so, but I see where you're coming from. I understand. Too much pop, not enough K. I have not watched it. It's a good watch. It's a nice visual treat, an auditory treat. It sticks to a lot of cliches, I think, is one of my other big complaints. But it's a nice little film to watch. Just a nice little vibe, I guess. Not crazy about the music. Agree about the rest. Soda Pop, I'm Soda Pop is fine. I don't think it's my favorite. I definitely like, I think Golden is a little bit better. As much as it's like, hey, this is the title song, and this is the song that most of the stuff is about. I think Golden's pretty good. That and the song over the finale is also very good. I can't remember its name. Soda Pop is, in general, a bop, though. I just don't know that it's my fave. Yeah, good movie. I enjoyed it. Yeah, it is absolutely earwormy. It's gotten stuck in my head many times at all. Did not like ending at all. The ending song or the ending itself? Because I think I can understand either of them. But I want to make sure that I know which one you're talking about. So, 1 woman. 2 women. 4 women? Whoa. Okay, both. That's fair. We got 4 women. Holy shit. 2, 3. 3 women on 1 cartridge. And then 1 on the other. That's insanity. Women's stocks are so up. We're so back. What is the chances of that? It's the power of 4? That is a 0.5% chance. Hell yeah. We're so back, boys. I don't know, that's out of 10. I don't know. Stats are hard. Yeah, no, you're not crazy. All opinions are valid. You are more than allowed to have the opinions that you would like. But I do agree. It's a fun watch, but nothing earth-shattering. And I hope that they get to do something more with it. Okay, yeah, no, that's fair. Most opinions are valid. I'm not gonna give a blank, not gonna give a blank check. At least not gonna try to. That is probably safer. Too late, quotum. No. Oh, I forgot to mention this yesterday. I added a new command for you guys to play with. You can just roll a random number, and it'll give you a random number out of 8190. It doesn't do anything, but if you wanna do a shiny roll, have at it. Have fun. Go nuts. Hell yeah. You got 2,720. I have heard about this little thing called eugenics, and I do not support it, unfortunately. 7191? Hell yeah. Getting up there. That's how many arms you have. I can vouch. You have that many arms. I've seen you in real life. That's how many arms you have. Trying to get you suits and stuff is crazy. Trying to get you tailored. It's nutso. Bum ba bum ba bum bum. Yeah, 9 out of 10. I understand where people are coming from, but I don't personally agree with a 9 out of 10. It takes a village to close a 2720 armed child. That's true. It takes that many just to hold you down, because you're wiggling like a weird little centipede worm. It's a horrifying visual that I do not want to have in my head. Ba-dum-bum-bum. 1161, hell yeah. I think that's the lowest that we've had today. Yeah, the highest was Kevin, 7191. Like I said, I have no idea what'll happen. I didn't set it to do anything. I think 8192 is. I'm also not sure if it's 0 inclusive. It might be able to roll 0. I'm unsure. It's actually looking for the number 3. So if you roll a 3, there you go. That's a shiny. Yeah, 69, 69. Yeah, if you roll 69, 69, 69, That was too many 69s. If you roll 69, 69, then I think you become God. Something along those lines. Something weird like that. Already got a full party. I love it when I blink and it's like, oh, we've already got a full party. Now check them. Not a single woman. We got too excited. Women are back off the menu. Sorry, guys. 400. Damn. Yeah, there's no cooldown on it, so you can roll as many times as you like. Damn. Not a single woman. Yeah, the meteor got him. All these damn fossils. Fossil week. These poor dinosaurs. Dinosaurs. Bum 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 bum. Yeah, I'm trying to think of any other fun shiny hunting stories. That I haven't told already. It's like... That's a really good question. Because Registeel I got from Ultra Wormholes. That was a lot of fun. Heatran I also got from Ultra Wormholes. But, I have a copy of Ruby that I want to try and get Registeel from in Gen 3 at some point. I already talked about the Adventure Rachi. There's the Wormadam hunt that took, like, 4 months. That was a lot of fun. Because it is such a pain to hunt in any game that isn't Legends Arceus. And even then, it's hitting trees for like 500 years. Which I'm very excited for ZA. I cannot wait to see how shiny hunting is in that game. And hopefully the fact that it exists. Because I would love to find like a wild shiny Metagross. I think that would be a lot of fun. Hi, bud. You stretching? Someone decided to get out of his bed. What's up, bud? Hi, boy. You okay? Come here for a sec. You wanna come on my lap? No? You alright? Oh. Headbutt. My bud. You okay? Head scratches for you. It's showtime. He says, enough resets, father. I crave attention. And he hops down. Attention done. Yippee! It is always baby time. It is never not baby time. Okay, my brain is blanking, so everyone name a steel type and I will tell you the story of how I caught it as a shiny. Except Clink, because I have not caught that one yet. I can literally name them all off the top of my head, because that is the flavor of autism that I have. I know all of them. Scizor. Scizor, I have a couple of them. I found one in an outbreak in Scarlet and Violet. But I also have, I believe, one from, I got an Alpha Scyther from Legends Arceus that I evolved into a Scizor. Steelix was actually the first one that made me want to do Empoleon does count. I'll get to that one in a sec. So my first shiny alpha in Legends Arceus was a random brain Onyx. Just a random wild. It was the static one in the not the coastlands, the Mirelands, the Crimson Mirelands. The one that's just hanging out in like a little arena that you can fight it in. It was just hanging out. It was shiny. I evolved it. Its name's Rose Gold, and it was my first shiny alpha Pokemon. And after that, I realized, hey, a lot of the Pokemon I like are Steel types. What if I just got all of them? And so I made a spreadsheet, and it's been all downhill from there. So that is that Steelix is the best one. He is the alpha and he's the omega. Exactly. But that was the first one. Is my shiny alpha Steelix named Rose Gold. And then Empoleon, I have one from, I think I got a regular one in Legends Arceus first. But then, during my hunting for Wormadam, the Trash Cloak Wormadam, running around in the Cobalt Coastlands, I found the static alpha one that hangs out on the coast on like the far side of the map. I found that as a shiny while I was just running around looking for shaking trees. So that is the one that is in my collection, and its name, I believe, is still Bromo, because Bromo, my buddy Bromo, despises the Piplup line with all of his heart, and so I name all of them after him, because I know it pisses him off. Yeah. I also do the same thing with the Annihilate, but that I do that because it makes him happy, because he likes Annihilate. So it balances out. It's wonderful. I know! He's just a little guy. He's just a baby. You can't hate him. It's not allowed. Especially with such a good shiny, he just becomes like a little chill, like pastel blue. It's really cute. Registeel. Registeel I got from Ultra Wormhole resets. Right around the time I got, I think it was Registeel and then Heatran. Yeah, it's his birthday. You wouldn't hate a little birthday boy, especially not a birthday boy with glasses. Registeel I got from Ultra Wormhole. Got him a few of the ribbons. I didn't ribbon master him. His name is Reggie's Teal because he's teal, and he hangs out in my Scarlet game, I think, currently. Just as a nice little friend. Not Gurfy. What the hell is Gurfy? That is some weird shit I do not understand. Oh, Game Boy Luke reference. I have not watched Game Boy Luke. I do not know who that is. That's a name I think I've heard at the very least. There's not anyone that I have watched myself. Patterson Vintento. Those are names that I have not heard. That is, unfortunately, as much as it pains me to say, likely before my time. As much as it probably also pains you to hear. Da, 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 da. they're current content creators. I've never heard of them, unfortunately. I don't. Well, I was gonna say I don't watch a lot of content, but I do. That's a lie. I've never heard of them. I don't know how, but I simply have not. I'm sorry, it's something you mentioned. I assume they're old people and they don't do anything anymore. Bunch of randomized battles, some sort of selection gimmick. That does sound familiar to me. I might have watched a video or two and just not put together that's who that is, but if I have, the connection's not there in my brain. Only allowed 2 unsupervised hours, and yeah, exactly. I'm not up to date with all of the cool kid lingo. That is not something that I do or take pride in, unfortunately. No shame. Oh, hi, bud. You sniffing? You verifying the integrity of my game cartridges? Making sure I'm not using a Game Shark? Speaking of supervised kitty time, here's supervised kitty time. Hi, bud. He's so baby. And he's got fur all over my DS's. Good God. Really need to find out a better lighting solution that doesn't make it look like I smear my fingers all over my DS's. Are you cleaning yourself right next to my hand? Thanks, bud. Oh, and now I'm being cleaned. Thank you. Oh, you sniffing the camera? You gonna say hi to chat? You can't see him at all, but he is just sitting next to my hand over here. Oh, you can see his paw. He's just licking my hand, making sure I'm nice and clean. He does that often when he's anxious. He'll just sit there and lick me for a while. You watching me play? Yeah? It's very bright over here, I'm sorry. I'm also talking a lot, so I've probably woken you up. The poor baby. Okay. Alright, thanks, bud. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah? 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 Uh-huh. You having fun? Okay. Alright. You good? You've been appreciated, chat. You've been rubbed up against. You are well loved by the boy. I hope you feel appreciated now. He does love you. He loves you very much. Oh, there's a big yawn. You unfortunately did not see it. Here, I'll tilt you up. Oh, there you go. Oh, okay. Yeah? Yeah? A little bit of leggy? Now you're rubbing on my Godzilla figure? I love making content, guys. It goes so well all of the time. He does yearn. I'll attempt to do resets past. You can see the little bit of fur up there. They should make it go. I would be a bit surprised if they hadn't already. That feels like something that exists and is in Japanese only. Unfortunately. Yeah? Are you done? You guys sniff me? Okay, thanks, bud. You gonna lay down? No? Oh. Hi. That's my microphone. Yeah? He wants so much attention. Yeah? That's the microphone, bud. It is his now. Why are you trying to attack my cables? That is a keyboard. You can't use that. That is a coaster. You getting comfy? You just gonna lay there? You just need me to scooch so you can... Yeah, he's just gonna stay here. So I'm gonna work around him as best I can. Or not. You buddy, why are you trying to scooch under the mic? Okay. Awesome. There's a Mothra Oh. I think I like the idea of a Mothra Tamagotchi even better, honestly. Much as I love Goji, Mothra Tamagotchi entices me very much. Now just localize it and bring it to me specifically. It will be all good. Because I love me Godzilla, but I love me Mothra. I get to nickname again. Alright. Box full of shield on. One woman, two women. In the same slot on both consoles. Shiny, no shiny, no shiny, no shiny. No shiny women. Thank you, women. Good God, there's hair all over this now. Thanks, bud. Good Lord. Check something real quick. Aww. There's Artemis. Alrighty. Yeah, I had a Tamagotchi as a kid, but I am unfortunately nowadays horrible at taking care of them. I've been given a couple Tamagotchis as an adult. I have an R2-D2 one I got from Christmas from my family, and I have a little Digimon one that I got from Kevin. Both of which are long dead because I forgot about them. Honestly, until pretty much just now. But when I was little, I was all over Tamagotchi. I had one... I don't know the exact model of it, but there was a Flash game that you could take a code from your Tamagotchi, put it into this Flash game, and play little games with your Tamagotchi. And it was wonderful and peak. I missed that era of the internet where everything had like a little weird Flash game that you could put a code into. Like I spent technically my first Pokemon experience outside of like seeing a Chikorita in preschool or something was Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Darkness, and it had mail codes, and I remember spending so much time on the public library computer generating mail codes on like the shittiest like player made website that's like click a drag down which Pokemon you want to get and what you want the rewards to be, and it'll generate a mail code that'll give you a mission to get whatever Pokemon you want. And I would just sit there doing that for hours, writing them into notebooks, and just get more or less giving myself what I didn't know at the time was the national dex, or at least the Gen 4 dex of Pokemon that's in those games. I spent so much time on those websites as a child, just generating codes for myself and playing Mystery Dungeon over and over. I really need to replay Explorers of Darkness. Yeah, it's free Pokemon. It's like, hey, if this system can be exploited like this, might as well. I'm not hurting anyone. I'm sure nowadays the Pokemon Company would just murder me on the street if they heard that I was making Pokemon for myself. But, man, those were the golden days. I still remember using Wi-Fi exploits in Gen 5 to make myself some cool little funky guys. I barely understood what any of it meant, because I did not understand competitive Pokemon, but it's like, cool, I'll give myself a life orb, since that's what all the forums tell me is cool to put on my guys. I'll do that. I don't know what that means. I'll give myself a shiny Palkia just for fun, and then brag that I have a shiny Palkia and not be able to say anything about it. It was very cool, and I was so cool, and I still am. It's called Life Orb because it keeps you alive. It's true! One female this time. Damn. Oh, man. But yeah, no, my earliest and only encounter with competitive Pokemon is specifically trying to counter you, Chris. Trying to figure out what a person who actually kind of knows what he's doing, and trying to figure out what I can do to counter you. And I feel like that might have been... Now that I think about it, I think Metagross being my favorite might be kind of your fault. Yeah, your acrobatics... I think my Metagross that I originally had, the original Mr. Nibbles, might have been to counter your Crobat. I feel like that might have been a thing. Because I know we were doing battles a lot back then. I don't know, that might be it. I have no way to verify it at all. Get Mind Blitz, bad boy, precisely. See, you understand. Because we did do a lot of battles. That's interesting. I'll think about that. Because I've not reflected upon... The only things about the original Mr. Nibbles that I remember is that I found it in, is it Giant's Chasm? The big, Black and White 2 area that has, like, all the trees blown down, where you can find a Metang. And I know I remember liking it a lot. Toxic Spike, Finish Shock strats, yeah. Oh, God, do I remember your Beedrill. God, do I remember your Beedrill. There was a lot of cheese that I simply did not know or have the brain power to counter at all, because Pokemon was still such a new thing, which is insane, an insane thought to me. But it was the truth, because you gifted me my first Pokemon game, and now look where I am. I have so much autism now, and it's all your fault. Kinda messed up when you think about it. And then I gave you a shiny, you are the artist. If anyone is, it's you, buddy. Oh, man. Larvesta, that's it, yeah. I still have... I caught myself a shiny one of it the other day, just for fun. Just so that I could finally have one that isn't the one that I traded you. And I still have Sparkle Bum X sitting in my boxes. Just hanging out. Man, what a time. That is messed up. I was about to say Volubee, what? That is a very good name that I'm kind of mad that you didn't name that. But I forgive you. Because now I forever have, Volbeat in my head. Tied to the nickname Sparkle Bum. And it's very funny. And I enjoy it a lot. Because it reminds me of my friend. Holy shit, I can get free cheap viewers? Incredible. Thank you, Chris. You're so fast. Goddamn. I can't believe that I can get viewers for free. That's an insane concept to me. I figured I'd have to pay for them. Just like I'm paying everyone here right now. Adam, I hate that. Thank you, though. Yeah, no, that's understandable. I'm not going to be able to get over that one, Adam. I'm just not. That one's going to be stuck in my head/throat for the rest of time. Holy shit, that's 3 women in 1 cartridge again. God damn. No women on this one, though. We got 1, 2, 3 women. Hell yeah. Let's go women. Let's hope one of them's shiny. No. 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 No shiny. But 3 women. Shout out to women. Are you gonna take... Okay. It's like, are you gonna soft reset, please? Thank you. Oh, man. I'm trying to think of other Pokemon that I just have associated with a name. Because there's absolutely... I always name my Crobats Frodo because of yours, Chris. There's Mr. Nibbles, obviously. Yes, it is National Women's Day now. Congratulations, women. I think I tend to name all of my Breloom Broom. Just because I think it sounds funny. That's not like an ironclad one, but that's like the first one that I think of because I tend to use Breloom as like my catching guy to help catch stuff because I like Breloom. Breloom's cool. He can actually double as a broom. It's true. He sweeps. He does sweep. Breloom sweep. I'm trying to think of any other good examples. Just another good example. I tend to name my Whoopers Oopa. I think the one from my playthrough that was like my first shiny, I named Upa2. That was on stream if I remember correctly. Another good one. Because I know there's a ton. As soon as I look at, like, any list of Pokemon, it's gonna be like, oh, I always name this that. That's just how it is. But I'm trying to think of it off the top of my head is so hard. I miss Picasso the Smeargle. Oh, true. Picasso is a good one for Smeargle. I think mine are usually named Smeagol. Like from the Lord of Rings. Not always though. No, not that one. Decapitated by the... Yeah, true. I did get decapitated. Oh. Oh, right. I forgot I named him Picasso. God, that was... Oh, man. You just sent me like a fucking That's So Raven flashback just straight to my skull. Oh, boy. That's some trauma. Thank you for that. My god. One of these days I'll do another Nuzlocke. Or randomizer. That Seeking's legs were huge. It's kind of absurd. Crazy how they allowed that. Yippee. Let's see. Oh. 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 One woman. Two women. Two women and one cartridge. Not all four, but them some good numbers. I think I have a tendency anymore to name cat Pokemon Nago, just because this goober. Like I know my Meowscarada is named Nago. I think I did an Incineroar run in something I named it Nago. Probably Ultra Sun. Hell if I know. Bum, 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 bum. Ugh. That was a good time, though. That was a lot of fun. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum. I wish it wasn't such a pain to try and install like a controller mod for DS Lites. Because they make them, but it's like a flex board. I'd have to solder onto it and then plug in a bunch of stuff and cut the case, and it's a whole hassle. But I would love to just be able to like lean back and be able to dual hunt on these. Although at this point I feel like I could just emulate both of my save files and call it a day. And then just set them in. I feel like that's not too bad of an idea. But I like the authenticity of doing it like this. The emulation. It's true. It's a sin. You're not allowed to do it. Because I could very easily back up my save. And just run it on the computer. That's another full set. No. 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 Oh. One woman, though. I feel like at this point I'm looking for women more than I am for shinies. Which is probably a good sign to make this the last set of resets. Because my back is starting to kill me. Women are, it's true, women are the real treasure. Shout out to women. Mods, shout out to women. True and real. This is true. I know this for a fact. Specifically based on how much you quoted it all of the goddamn time. I know what you are. It changed you as a man. I do enjoy how infinitely funnier listening to that comic dub is as someone who has not played or experienced Persona 4. I feel like I kind of have just because I've watched the comic. And I think that is very funny to me. To have that be my experience with Persona 4 is just that. I'm sure at some point I'll play it, just because time is inevitable, etc., etc. But for now, I'm fine with that being my only Persona 4 experience. And of course, listening to you rant endlessly about all of the routes that you had to learn while playing it. It is unironically a good way to experience it, I think. Alright, we've got one set of As to end it all off with, I think. Yep. Alright. Both male, both male, both male, both male, and ah! Oh. Alright, gamers. That's gonna be it for me for the night. My back is killing me. And I need to get some work done. So I'm gonna call it a night. Give you guys one last look at the big old donut. Yeah, thank you for hanging out, Rory. I appreciate it. And you too, Chris. And you, Toph. I didn't realize you were here, you stinker. Mine. Just arrived. Oh, perfect. Oops. Sorry. At least you get to see Boy. Boy's been donutting for like the last little bit, but he was very, very nasty. Very nasty all stream. Very attention hungry. But yeah. I'll see you gamers later. No, actually, let's see if anyone is streaming right now who I care about. Who I care to raid. Let's just double check. I don't think anyone is. That's worth a look. Where did the raid button go? There it is. You know what? Taylor is streaming. Let's go check in on Taylor. Let's go say hello to Taylor. I like Taylor. Alright, guys. Don't know if I'll stream again tomorrow, but we shall see. Let's go see Taylor find some different color pixelated pocket monsters. Let's give him some love. Yippee! Alright. Love you guys. I'll catch you guys